Okay friends, now we will solve a question about section 4, everyday forces, practice E, problem 1. Now we will calculate acceleration. It says a student pull a rope attached to a box of book and move on a horizontal surface. The student pulls with a force of 185 Newton at an angle of 25 degrees above the horizontal. The box has mass of 35 kilogram and coefficient of friction 0.27. So in order to solve this question, we have to draw let's put the question maybe 5 here. Let's draw the free body diagram first, the free body diagram of the box. Okay, assume that this is the ground and we have a box here. We have to draw the forces on the box. Firstly, the student apply a force of F. Let's draw it. Students apply a force of 185 Newton. And the second, the box of course has a force of gravity Fg. It has a weight Fg downward direction, and there is a friction force on the box, a friction, and since there is an action, there is a force downward direction, there will be a reaction of the surface Fn here. So there is an Fn force here. Now it seems that there are 4 forces on the box, but here there is a diagonal force F is applied with an angle. In order to study about acceleration, we have to separate this force, apply force into its component. This is x-axis and here is y-axis. We have to separate force into its component. The first one, when we draw a perpendicular line to x, it will give us x component of the box. This is Fx. And when we draw perpendicular line to the y component, this part will give us y component of the object force. Sorry, this is the Fy component of the force. Now when we separate them, we see that there are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forces here. Before starting the solution, we have to identify the forces one by one. Here, let's calculate Fx because we need Fx and y in our calculation. Let's first find Fx here. The first one, as we learn, this is Fx here. The angle is 25 degrees. The angle here adjacent to the Fx is adjacent of the angle, so when we calculate Fx, we use cosine. Fx is equal to F multiply cosine 25. Then Fx will be 185 multiply cosine 25. Then Fx will be 168, let's say around 168 Newton. Then Fy. Fy here, so it is opposite of the angle. We calculate it by using sine. Fy is equal to F multiply sine 25. Then Fy is equal to 185 multiply sine 25. Use your calculator please. Fy will be 78 Newton. Then in vertical, now there are, okay, we separate the forces. In horizontal, there are Fx and F friction. This will cause the motion. And in vertical, there are 3 forces. In order to calculate Fn, we have to use them. So in vertical, total force, total Fy is equal to 0. Let's write them which forces we have. We have Fg, Fn first. Let's start with Fn. Fn upward plus Fy again upward. Then plus Fg, but Fg in minus way, so I write minus Fg is equal to 0. Then what we calculate Fn? Fn unknown, we don't know. Plus Fy, we calculate Fy. Fy is equal to 87. Plus Fg. Do you know Fg? Fg is mg, so if we multiply Fg, we say that it is mass multiply g, but since downward direction we put 0. Here Fn plus 78 plus mass is let's see, 25 kilogram. 25 kilogram multiply g 9.81 is equal to 0. So here Fn plus 78 minus 343 is equal to 0. From this equation, then we find that Fn is equal to Fn is 265 Newton. 265 Newton. Round again closer to. So now we calculate Fn, we calculate Fx, Fy. Now we can find friction force because when we write Fnet, we use friction. Here say F friction is equal to mu multiply Fn. Then F friction is equal to mu 0.27 multiply Fn we calculate here. Then it is multiplied by 265. Then friction force will be 71.6 Newton. So now acceleration wanted. We know that Fnet is equal to ma. Fnet is equal to mass multiply a. Fnet here, as we discussed before, here there is Fx to the right and Fy to the left. So we say Fx minus F friction will be ma here. Fx we calculate, friends. Fx is 168, sorry, minus, and F friction is 71.6 is equal to m 35 multiply a. And this part will be around 96 is equal to 35a. Then a will be 96 divided by 35. Then a will be 2.7 meter per second square. Thank you.